better than most I've seen. I mean, I won't be better than those that have like 12k hours, obviously, because I only have, you know, I don't even have 3k hours yet. But I mean, if you take into consideration the hours that I have, I'm very happy with where I'm at. Does he have Lightborn? He might even have Lightborn there. We're gonna fade this. No, we can't. Well, I guess we can. Some nice spins there. Has got Bamboozle, I think, yeah. Gonna send him into the corner there. Now we might make a pallet over here. Tried to jump in the locker there. Was a little bit too far away. That would have been nicer if we did get into the locker in time. Didn't quite get there, unfortunately. Now we've got this to loop. Gonna swing through that. I kind of want to stop to kick that pumpkin, see what we get, but it's probably not worth it, is it? Because we might go down for it. If we had distance, I actually would have done, but we didn't have the distance for it, unfortunately. He thought we went back. We didn't, though. We are on this side. Probably heading back over towards us. We could have even moved away, played distance there. Oh, that was greedy. Wait, are we hindered? No, we're not hindered yet. We're about to be, though. Nice. There we go. We got the dead hard. Perfect. That was very close. He almost got the hit there. Might go for the power. Not going for the power. We can make window. Oh, wait, what? We have resilience as well. That's very generous. Started getting used to window, so I swapped out for resilience. Yeah, that's the thing. You don't want to be too dependent on any perk, really. In the past, I have been dependent on windows and dead hard, though. But, yeah, it's always good to build up. Which one's Mew, by the way? I feel like everyone's going to be using this outfit, because it's such a nice outfit, but I think this one's Mew here. I think the one on Hook is the random. We need to move in from opposite sides. Okay, she gets a save. Now we're out. We do have access to dead hard as well, if we need it. They should be fine, though. Yeah, going to go for us. We're going to dead hard now. Going to dead hard early so we make it out. And there we go. Those guys should be out as well. I think other girl went to the boon to heal up. She takes an M1. We leave. And there we go. GG's. Other girl can even get hatch as well, though. Dead hard's so much easier to counter now. I think like the new kind of like uncounterable way dead hard's used now is through a pallet. In the killer game we had, I think it was a Leatherface game. The last one where we won, someone DC'd. There was a point there where I swung through the pallet and I said dead hard to save her. There was nothing we could have done there. If she doesn't have dead hard, she goes down. If she does have dead hard, she dead hard and saves the pallet. It's still uncounterable in that scenario, but it's way more situational. New dead hard's actually better than old dead hard. Yeah, I don't agree with that. I mean, you could maybe make a case for that, but I don't agree personally. Yeah, I don't know what they mean by stun. Maybe they mean the cooldown from the M1. Maybe that's what they mean. Can we use that to like... Okay, well that's not what I intended, but I guess that works. Swing again. That's 3 times now. That's 4 times. Come on, give me 5. Can we get 6? No, we can't. That's too much of an ask. We have to play window as well. In fact, he's going around there. He is teleporting away as well. Not sure why he'd leave us there. He could have took the God pallet or an M1. Instead, he's just going to leave. He's going to fake that, isn't he? No, he's going to take it. I thought he was faking that. He'll respect that, I think, based on the way he's been playing. So that's how you can use... I mean, I didn't use it to its, like, how you want to use it. You want to get in the deep wound. But that's what I'm talking about, how, like, the new dead hard can be uncounterable. Like, if you use it through a pallet. I didn't do it properly there, though. You had to time it better than that. Because that was counterable. But if you're lined up with the pallet perfectly, it can be uncounterable. Because if they don't swing, then you can just drop the pallet if they respect it. If they do swing, then you get the deep wound, you can move away, and you save the pallet. New dead hard, way harder to counter than the old... Nah, I don't agree. I don't agree with that. Not one bit. Each to their own, though, of course. What was that swing? How come there was, like, no sound at the end of it as well? That's weird. He's not on high ping either, though, I don't think. Because one of those swings from earlier would have hit us if he was. I love that they gave us base kit BT. Yeah, I think it's a good change, yeah. I think that the next step for that, they need to give us base kit Kindred. Because it helps out the solo queue experience a lot. No, nowhere to worry about either. We can just leave now. There's Bill as well. In fact, you know what, Bill? We'll take that. That medkit will live on. Appreciate that. Alright, there we go. GG's. Don't drop it. Nice, there we go. There's one protection hit. Now we'll start healing if he carries on chasing him. Okay, not going to carry on chasing him. Going to go for us. We have the pallets over here. I guess we'll have to play that now, won't we? That's perfect for us. We just trap him in there, then we can get away. Make a lot of distance now. Can play around this, I guess. We already used the pallet to our left. in that room. Gonna swing through that. I wanted to move away into the other room there. He is really respecting pallets. But I don't know if we have the pallet here. Okay, so we've not got this pallet. Have to keep playing distance then. 4 gens left. Took a while for that first gen to get done. Gonna have to play this. Not the safest. Let's pretend to move away and move back. Just gonna break it. Weird play. Do we make window? We'll have to dead hard into the window. Nice. There we go. Perfect. Really close though. Really close to hitting us there. Now we can play window. Need to break that door. We're gonna do that now. Now we'll move on to this. We're gonna stop here. Yeah, greedy. I thought he'd respect it again. I was getting really greedy there. Then I wanted to play window. We're just gonna follow in behind, and then we can take the protection hit. It's like so obvious we got off the record. Oh, we need to be closer. Mew, what are you doing? That's a chain. The reason I didn't just sandwich him there is because we needed to be closer for the protection hit. We already used everything here. We used the one in here. We used this one as well. I think we still have the God pallet though if we make it. Yeah, we will. We'll follow behind, maybe take the protection hit. Yeah, we can. There we go. Just one more off Metal Man now. Need someone else to take chase now. 1 stack off that last Metal Man. Yeah, this is not ideal. Especially if he's got his power. They already used his pallet as well. Need to hug that tightly. Move into here. Still have the pallet in here actually, so it might be alright. Yeah, we're not going to drop this. Let's just keep looping it. Ooh, that might have been greedy. We'll drop it now. Got the stun as well, perfect. Got the stun as well, perfect, is what I tried to say. Alright, leaving us. Last gen done there. We'll transfer the void energy now. I don't think we're going to get much more. He is back. No power, though. What was that? Why did he leave? Alright, she gets injured. We take the protection hit. Perfect. Other gates being opened as well. It's a little bit too late, though. We're not going to get a chance to use it, unfortunately. Watch out, watch out. There we go. We got it. We got it. Perfect. Good dead hard there. Now we can dead hard. Waited the dead hard. Hit me. Alright, see you later.
Would be interesting to create a meme add-on for every killer. They are some of the most fun add-ons in the game that can change how you play, and some killers don't even have them. My goal with these was to either make them fun, or fun, but also nerf you in some way, with a possible reward for playing well. Let me know what you think. I'm gonna basically quickfire these. Let's get into it. Trapper's add-on is named Faulty Spring. Once every 10 seconds, 1 random trap will open, and 1 random trap will shut. The idea being that this will cause lots of chaos, with traps randomly opening and shutting, causing general madness on both sides. Wraith's add-on is named Charred Clapper. The wailing bell can only be heard within a 12-meter range when rung. After uncloaking, if a survivor is not damaged within 5 seconds, you are stunned for 5 seconds. Basically, you must be ultra stealthy and hit your shots, or you get a considerable slowdown. Hillbilly's add-on is named Kill Switch. After pressing the power button, you cannot stop revving your chainsaw. When entering a chainsaw sprint, you move at 150% the regular speed, but cannot move the direction of your chainsaw sprint. So this is like super fast Arrow Billy, where you must move and attack in straight lines. Nurse's is called Gas Mask. You begin the trial with 5 blinks. Blinks do not recharge automatically. Blink charges are obtained each time a survivor loses a health state, basically immersed nurse, where you must steal their breath for your blinks. Maya's add-on is called Clown Mask. Your vision is distorted significantly, but you fill your stalk meter twice as fast. This is inspired by the POV opening of Halloween, and I thought could just be a fun add-on, making the restrictive killer POV even more restricted. Hag's add-on is called Crushed Eggshell. When traps are laid, they will immediately reveal a phantasm, which only leaves once the trap is triggered. The traps otherwise function the same. The idea here is that you can place lots of hags on the map to try and confuse the survivors, but your traps are also super obvious in their placement. Doctor's add-on is called Twisted Wires. You, as the killer, will randomly hear fake survivor screams, and see projections of yourself and pallets. The effects of madness are increased by 33% for survivors. Basically, this add-on makes you mad, as well as making the survivors a little more too. Huntress's is called Lucky Charm. This add-on reduces your available hatchets to 1, like Eerie Head. When injuring a survivor with your hatchet, it returns to you. This is like a boomerang hatchet, where if you land your shot, you get their hatchet back. It could be a fun minigame. However, when you down a survivor, you don't get the hatchet back. This way we can stop pairings with Eerie Head and such. Bubba's add-on is called Faulty Chain. Your chainsaw will consume a random number of charges before jamming. Charges replenish 50% faster, and tantrums are 20% shorter. So this is like an RNG chainsaw, where you don't know how much distance you are going to get before it jams and stops working. Nightmare's add-on is named Ashen Remains. This add-on replaces dream snares with pallets, and grants 1 dream token. Every possible pallet spawn is filled with a pallet. 60% are real, 40% are fake. However, you cannot distinguish between them as the Nightmare, and neither can the survivors. I like this one a lot. I think it would be so chaotic and fun. Also, the singular token only allowing 1 pallet to be replaced would make this even more interesting, I think. Pig's add-on is named Crushed Tricycle. You are forced into the crouch position until a survivor enters the dying state. Upon hooking, you are once again returned to the crouch position. Ambush attacks charge 50% faster, and your movement during them is 20% faster. I think that could be fun. Clown's add-on is called On Fengmin's base cosmetic, you can see her esports team logo, her team being named Laser Bears. This is a small reference to another slasher game Behavior made named Naughty Bear, which featured similar looking futuristic or robotic bears. The tune that the Huntress hums is not an original creation, but instead a real lullaby sung in Russia, and it is named Bayushki Bayu. During the development of the spirit, it was briefly planned to have her appear without the bandages. In a similar way, the twins were originally going to be mother and son, both were changed to make the game more accessible worldwide. To locate the hatch before it properly spawns into the trial, you can find its location by running around. You'll notice if you run over where the hatch will be, there will be a small bump up, showing you that you are standing on the hatch. The item, Alex's Toolbox, is named after Behavior's product manager, Alex Lin. During games testing, Alex would bring along a toolbox and go for sabotages. So when the game was released, Alex was mentioned on the toolbox that focused on sabotaging. Alex Lin is further the likeness for Jake Park, who holds the teachable perk, Saboteur. The Blight and Elodie Rokoto were hinted at within the lore over a year prior to their release. Blight in the Tome 1 entry named The Hunger, and Elodie in the Arca's 1513 entry. Despite misconceptions, luck is not as useful as it seems, with its only actual effect being increased chances of unhooking yourself when on a sacrificial hook. It does not make your chest odds better, give you a better chance at escaping traps, nor affect environmental things like the likelihood of disturbing a crow. Many maps have explorable areas only accessible by the nurse. These include the secret room on Hawkins, and a blocked off area on Rancid Abattoir. Many of these occur due to the absence of the basement. but the Hawkins room is clearly intentional. In the prototype version of the game, the exit gate could be both opened and closed. In the prototype, the hatch also existed. The devs have mentioned a third way to exit the trials, and have stated that it's in the game, but it has not been found. The reason for the basement's significance and power is that it's closer to the heart of the entity, and so we can presume the entity is in the very floor beneath the trials. If you equip the gameplay expo skin for the Legion, their voice lines will be updated to sound robotic. When walking into one of the rooms on the Raccoon City police station map, you can briefly hear the safe room music from the Resident Evil games. There is also a typewriter, which is what's used to save progress within those games. Kate Denson was originally intended to be added with Leatherface, as his license was secured as a solo character. However, due to time restraints, Behavior released Kate later alongside the Clown. This is likely why she resembles the character of Sally Hardesty from the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre film. Wraith and Nurse can still be affected by flashlights with the perk Lightborn on, which is meant to negate their effect. This is due to their additional mechanic, Light Burn, unique to only these two characters. The survival point category icon is actually not a middle finger, but the index pointing upward. The Left Behind paragraph featured not only Bill Overbeck from Left 4 Dead, but also 4 costumes for the original survivors, that made them look like the characters from the Left 4 Dead games. The horse found on Father Campbell's chapel is the Clown's, and is named Maurice. Upon Maurice's move to the Entity's realm, he was burned considerably, and so was given a third eye by the Entity. Gas Heaven was the first map to receive a dynamic feature, in a very small way. Upon entering the gas station, you'll hear a bell chime. Rin and Kazan Yamaoka likely get their last name from Silent Hill music composer Akira Yamaoka. This is objectively the worst line ever written in the Dead by Daylight lore. The Trickster is the only killer to have multiple voice lines in a modern language, saying a multitude of things in Korean. Midwich Elementary is currently the smallest map in the game, in terms of surface area. The Escape Cake, Survivor Pudding, and Bloody Party streamers were a reward for a community event during the 2017 Blood Feast, which required the community to gain 150 billion blood points. However, they were only planned to stay for a month. After this goal was achieved, the offerings remained in the game indefinitely. Waiting for 5 minutes or more in his survivor lobby without doing anything, and with Ash selected, will make him say a few unique voice lines.
Come on, kid. Push the button. What is this, the staring contest? Come on, let's go.
There are multiple instances in the lore where the entity changes its mind on who to take. It originally wanted the Trapper's father and the Spirit's father also, but opted for them due to the emotional potential they displayed during the traumatic events of their lives. The perk Franklin's Demise and its imagery are a reference to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and the death of Franklin Hardesty at the hand of Leatherface. As he is struck by Leatherface's chainsaw, he drops a flashlight onto the ground. On April 1st, 2020, the Shrine of Secrets only featured a single perk, Calm Spirit. Nia had a pet rat named Milo, who is referenced in her Year of the Rat cosmetic. The clown gives names to all of his weapons, some of them being Madame Butterfly, Mr. Cutty, Sir Cuts-a-Lot, and Ms. Gash. There are unlockable cosmetics for Leatherface that can be earned by sacrificing 25 of any of the original survivors. The cosmetics are these survivors' faces cut off and used as masks. There have canonically been many survivors and also killers inside of the realm before our current ones, as seen in the mobile cutscene where the Void is shown. The Void being the place where survivors and killers drained of their energy are thrown to rot for eternity. This is the same fate all in-game characters will eventually meet. The Nurse and the Wraith have a relationship of some kind, likely romantic. Looking closely on Detective Tapp's character model, you can see the scar where his throat was slit during the first Saw film. The flavor text of the Escape Cake offering reads, "This picture of a cake sure is real." This is a reference to the Portal games, where you're promised a cake for completing a series of tests, only to be deceived. Dwight's last name, Fairfield, is likely a reference to Left 4 Dead, with the name of the town those games take place in being Fairfield in Pennsylvania. The original Dead by Daylight trailer featured completely different survivors. Hex perks were brought to the game after the release of the Hag, who came from a village that used to house witches. The Hag straps can be seen to resemble the triangular shape of the totem, victims. In a similar way, the obsession mechanic was introduced with both Laurie Strode and Michael Myers, Laurie being Michael's obsession in the 1978 film Halloween. The names of Ash's perks are all direct quotes from the Ash vs. Evil Dead TV show. As the rights for Jamie Lee Curtis's face could not be acquired, Behavior used Laurie Strode's comic appearance as the basis for her in-game look. Many of the in-game Mori animations come from scenes within the different licensed films that characters come from, Freddy's being a direct reference to the film he is taken from, 2010's A Nightmare on Elm Street. When activating the perk Blast Mine as a survivor, you can see a flashbang grenade on top of the generator it is active on. The Jill Sandwich add-on for the Nemesis is a reference to the first Resident Evil game, where Jill is nearly crushed by a trap. One of her star's partners mentioned that she was almost a Jill sandwich.
You were almost a Jill sandwich.
You're right.
The original window grab animation would have the killer grab onto the survivor's leg instead of their back. The Spirit is the only killer in the game who has canonically not killed anyone prior to her time in the realm. The map Haddonfield features various early concept art images for Dead by Daylight in its houses. The entity's language appears throughout the game in various places, such as cosmetics and their flavor text. However, the only time it is heard out loud is when the perk Whispers is active. In patch 4.3.0, Slippery Meat's icon changed from a bear trap to a piece of meat on a hook after its effect on trappers' bear traps were removed. The trickster has a very faint lullaby sound similar to Huntress. The custom game option at the home screen was originally titled Kill Your Friends. In the custom game mode, you were still able to view some retired offerings, such as the Moonlight offerings. These offerings are no longer usable or obtainable in the live game. Many perks in the game have flavor text that references characters from the Lost Tapes. These are actually the names of Dead by Daylight community moderators. At one point, there were plans to have different add-ons for firecrackers that would boost their charges, blind duration, and more. In the game files, Trapper was originally called Chuckles, Wraith was called Banshee, and Hillbilly was called Crooked. There are many contradictions in the lore, such as Hillbilly's parents being referred to as Mr. and Mrs. Adams, and also Mr. and Mrs. Thompson. If you purchase the Silent Hill DLC and enter the Konami code at the home screen, a short tune will play when you have Pyramid Head selected. Alright, well that's gonna do it. Thanks, and goodbye. home screen, a short tune will play. Purchase the referred to as Mr. and Miss and enter the Konami code at the home screen. A short tune will play when you have Pyramid Head selected.
Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I bring you a new video on how to get the free charm for the Silent Hill DLC. So for the ones that don't know, Dead by Daylight has dropped a new update. See the Silent Hill DLC in your key. You're just gonna go back on the we've got Pyramid Head on the screen. Input the code as fast as you can. If you don't know the code, I'll put an image right here on the screen so you can see. You input this code and it will play a Dead by Daylight basically have the charm in your inventory, and all we're just gonna check and you're gonna see it's the Big Viper ship from one of the Nintendo games.
Oof.